So there are 3 stages. How many stages? Of entrepreneurial growth. Please write this down. First, let me define productivity for you, because you can't achieve productivity if you don't define it. So I define productivity as maximum results in minimum time. Maximum results in minimum time. So we all have 84,600 seconds every single day, 1 day at a time. Every single second is an investment. Maximum result in minimum time. Now, let me define leverage. Leverage is maximum productivity with minimum effort. Please repeat after me. What is leverage? Maximum productivity with minimum effort. Maximum productivity with minimum effort. Then you get to freedom. Freedom is maximum leverage with minimum stress. Freedom is what? Maximum leverage with minimum stress. So those are the 3 definitions. The 3 definitions, 3 stages of entrepreneurial growth. Here's the problem. Entrepreneurs, sometimes they try to get to freedom without going through the first stage, and that is maximum personal productivity. You are not even that productive as an entrepreneur, and now you want to apply leverage and you want to have freedom. What happens when you do that? Chaos. What happens when you do that? Nathan. That's very nice. You pour gasoline on your... No, it's actually, the money's already burning, and you're like, shh. That's what you're doing, okay? So we have to achieve maximum personal productivity first. Then we can apply leverage, because notice, the definition of leverage is maximum productivity, not minimum productivity. Maximum productivity with minimum effort. Now you're very productive as a person. Now you can apply leverage. And when you apply leverage, then you can have the minimum stress and maximum leverage. That's how you get to freedom. You don't get to freedom until you go through those 2 stages. And that's why I am not a whole... How many have heard of the 4-hour work week? Yeah. I know Tim. Tim is a good friend of mine. Tim does not work 4 hours a week, believe me. You look at all the shift that he does, I don't know if he even sleeps 4 hours a day. That's a good title, though. Sells books. He knows that. He knows that. That's why I am very big believer in you have to achieve that personal productivity, the self-mastery first, then you can leverage. It's like you try to hire salespeople. How many want to hire salespeople and grow your sales? Let's show your hands. Okay. And I told Sam about the same thing. You can't hire salespeople and expect peak performance, maximum leverage, if you're not a good salesperson yourself. Because how do you know they're doing a good job or lousy job? You can't coach them. I am the best sales guy in all my companies, period. If my guy's on the phone, he's selling. If I'm on the phone, I can coach better sales without even using my name. I can sell better than anybody else in my company. Also, I can coach them on how to do better. Because I maximized that over the years. I've learned how to do it. Does that make sense? You can't delegate. Write this down. You can't delegate what you don't understand or what you haven't mastered. You can't delegate what you don't understand, what you haven't mastered. How many have, maybe an aspect of the business, that, you know what, I don't want to deal with that stuff. Let me just hire somebody and I just let somebody else do it. You have no clue what they're doing. You're not measuring the performance. No clue. But you just, I'll delegate it. What are the results? What are the results? Tell me. Garbage. What are the results? That's awfully quiet. What are the results? Mediocre. Because hit or miss. Yeah, hit or miss.
Sometimes you get a star and sometimes you get a little bit, you don't.
We don't get that maximum consistent performance. That's why. So when I hire somebody, first I always learn it quite thoroughly myself. Doesn't mean I have to be world class at it. But let's say if I'm going to hire an SEO company, a search engine optimization company, if I know, let's say pretend I know nothing about SEO, how do I know if they're even doing the work? We hear from entrepreneurs all the time, well, sign a 6-month contract. You pay me $2,000 a month, this SEO firm, and we would get you ranking. Great. I have no clue what I'm doing. They seem legitimate. At least they sound good. So let me write the check. 3 months later, you call them, how's it going? Oh, we're working. Takes a little bit of time. Takes time to get ranking. Okay, I have no clue. I can't check. I don't know, right? Okay, 3 months later, well, I don't see the traffic increase. I don't see any growth. Oh, Google, that's how it works, man. Sign up another 6 months. You'll see results. On the other hand, if I do understand about SEO, and I sit down and say, you know what? I want to hire your company to do SEO. I could do it myself, but my time is valuable, right? I want to hire someone else to do it. I want to apply leverage. Show me your process. How do you do SEO? Well, we do link building, and we optimize the page, and we use WordPress, and we do this, and we do that. Okay, that makes sense to me, because that's what I would have done. Great. And how do I measure your performance? What kind of analytics do I look at? And how fast do I see results? I question everything, and at the end, okay, this sounds like a good company. I'll go with them. Can you see how that would get better performance out of them? Very simple. Versus, well, you kind of know what you're doing, let me just write a check. Then it's not their fault, it's our fault that we don't learn it thoroughly. So it's okay to delegate. We got to know our stuff. How many with me? Yes? Awesome.